Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to my videos of movies in different terrain month. This time we're reviewing a sports comedy from 1993, uh, directed by Daniel Stern. Yes, the man from the first two Home Alone movies, and it's Rookie of the Year. Yeah, I bet you guys have heard of this movie with Thomas Ian Nicholas, the guy from A Kid in King Arthur's Court, A Kid in Aladdin's Palace, and the American Pie movies, stars in this movie. He's basically a kid that gets, I guess, recruited for the Chicago Cubs because he has an accident while playing baseball with his friends, and then his arm can go back, propel, and then he can shoot. He can pitch a ball really really fast like Superman, and I'm like, it's really cool. It's got a really good cast. You have Thomas Ian Nicholas, you have Gary Busey. Well, this is one like after his accident. You have Daniel Stern is in the film as well. You have John Candy, may he rest in peace, in an uncredited role. He's one of the announcers. You have Dan Hedaya, you have Eddie Bracken, you have Amy Morton, Bruce Altman. Yeah, there's a lot of people in this movie. And it's a cute film. If you've never seen this movie, it's in a baseball stadium, which is nice to see, a sports arena. And Bill Conti did the music. He did Rocky, I believe. Yeah, one of the writers. One of them is Sam Harper. Let me see who he is. Oh, he wrote Just Married, Rookie, Cheaper by the Dozen, the remake, and he did Rio. Is that the same Rio? Yeah, he wrote the. He's also writing a Jetsons movie. It's in development, and Overparenting and In Harm's Way. I do like the Cheaper by the Dozen movies and Just Married. I think those films are fun. And the film is lighthearted. It's not a dark sports drama like Southpaw or the Rocky Balboa or even the Creed movies. And it's simple premise. And Henry, Thomas Ian Nicholas's character is very likable. Uh, the film locations. Let me see. They filmed it in at Wrigley Field in St. Louis in Missouri, I believe. Let me see. And on O'Hare Airport. However, the road game against the Dodgers was filmed in Comiskey Park, which was in Chicago. Yeah, so the locations are actually real. There's no CGI in the movie. The reception for the film wasn't that great, but I'm like a lot of sports movies, if they weren't called Rocky or Raging Bull or something like that, usually got Rotten Tomatoes. But I don't care what they think. It got a 35%. It said Roger Ebert gave it 3 out of 4 stars. But this is what he said about this movie, and I want to read the whole quote since I have time. I was absolutely lousy in Little League. I was a sub for one season, screwing up every play I was involved in. I stopped out there in the middle of right field, squinting into the sun, hoping desperately that the ball would not not come my way. If it did, I just used my glove to catch it. I used the glove for protection. I was in fact a lot like Henry Rowan Gardner, the 12-year-old hero of the Rookie of the Year. It seemed like the other kids have always known how to play baseball, and that I would never know. When I was a kid, I think I might have liked Rookie of the Year a lot. I am no longer a kid, and this movie is not likely to make my list of the year's best, but I can remember those miserable Little League games, and so in a modest way, I'm grateful for the film. It is pure wish fulfillment 40 years after I needed it. Yeah, I agree with you, Roger Ebert. May you rest in peace. It's a fun movie. It's not meant to be taken seriously. It's very light. It's got colors. There's butt jokes. It's a PG movie from the early 90s, so you're not going to get much deep writing here. The film made some money. It was a box office success. It made about 56 million on a budget of 31. So for a sports movie to not make 100 million at that time, that was a good uh, call for it. Uh, Nicholas threw out the first pitch of the Cubs game and was invited to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" multiple times during the customary seventh inning stretch when the film was released. During the 2015 National League Championship Series, where the Cubs faced the Mets, as they did in the movie, he attended Game 4, and he wore and he has the same jersey from 1993. Wow, amazing! Following the Cubs' win over the Cleveland Indians in Game 7 of the 2016 World Series to win their first championship since 1908. Good job, Cubs. Nicholas, in celebration, tweeted the final shot from the movie of Henry showing his Cubs World Series ring. Furthermore, director Daniel Stern briefly reprised his role as Brickman following the win. Yeah, and It's a fun movie, guys. If you've never seen this movie, I'm going to keep it short because I don't I have the digital copy of the movie. I bought it last year at the dollar store, and I'm like, yeah, it's an interesting premise. Kid breaks his arm, and then he can throw the ball really really hard, and he doesn't have, and it's not a superpower. It's just an ability he gets. And the film is predictable. You know what's going to happen. You know the Cubs are going to win the World Series, and it really happened. Foreshadowing because they will win in the 2010s. And I do like the cast for the most part. And it's if you've never seen Thomas Ian Nicholas before he was in American Pie, this is a movie for you. You also have Ian Gomez in the movie. You have cameos from Bobby Bonilla, Pedro Guerrero, and Barry Bonds. This is before the whole steroid scandal. When in the '90s, when him and Mark McGuire were busted for steroids. I'm like, you don't need steroids to be a good player. Just give it your best. You do things to the best of your ability, and you'll succeed. Amy Morton, that name sounds familiar. That's the mom in the movie. She was in Up in the Air, Bluebird, The Dilemma, Falling Down, The Mom at the Backyard. She was in 8 millimeters, which I just saw, which is very dark. I wanted to see something lighter here in a different location instead of last time we did the ocean, and this time it's in a nice baseball stadium in a grassy field. So yeah, this movie's good. So if you've never seen it, it's a fun movie. Just shut your brain off. I'm not even a big sports fan, but I do like a sports movie when it's not 2.5 hours. It's an hour and 43 minutes. A little long, but not 2 hours, so you can get through it. And it's worth your time. If you've never seen it, they have it on. I think they have it on YouTube. I have it digitally, so I'm going to watch it sometime. It's also on Disney Plus. So if you have Disney Plus, it's a 20th Century Fox movie. It's worth your time. It's not deep writing, but it's fun, and you'll get a kick out of it if you love sports. So, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Stay safe out there. There's a tropical storm headed your way, and I'll see you in the next one.